Wah, 28% of manufacturers dalam Malaysia considering job cuts already. Serius ke? US-Iran crisis ni dah mula affect our economy macam dead, and kita semua masih tidur ke apa?
Okay, so FMM, that's Federation of Malaysian Manufacturers, mereka release warning this morning. Nearly 30% of manufacturers in job cuts. Can you imagine? Almost 1 in 3 companies.
Shocking numbers lah, but kalau tengok from angle lain, IT makes sense. The US-Iran crisis escalating, supply chains makin unstable, everything connected to international trade suddenly risky.
But wah, tapi Malaysian companies, some of them dah used to global chaos, kan? Why this particular crisis affecting so badly?
See that's the thing, bukan soal used to or not. Sebenarnya benda ni is about interconnectedness lah. Malaysia manufacturer, they import components from China, dari Thailand, dari US. Kalau any of these routes getting disrupted, the whole chain breaks.
Right. So like domino effect. One country crisis, then ripple effect across Asia.
Exactly. And plus, US-Iran tension means higher insurance premiums for shipping. Insurance mahal, goods mahal, then overseas customers tidak jadi beli sebanyak. Demand turun, orders turun, then companies terpaksa cut costs. The ACS cost to cut. Labor.
So workers yang kena. That's scary actually for anyone yang currently employed. What if your company is part of the 28%?
Yang rakyat tak tahu adalah some companies dah quickly preparing. Internal meetings, restructuring plans, yang kena first usually adalah contract workers, then part-timers, then kalau really bad, even permanent staff.
So if you're listening and you're in manufacturing sector, petrochemical, automotive, electronics, you really should update your resume. Strengthen your skills, build network. Jangan tunggu pink slip, datang baru panik.
And from government side, we waiting untuk see ada stimulus. Ada support fund. Or kita just berharap companies tahan sendiri.
Good point. Because cost of living sudah tinggi, inflation masih hovering, ringgit still struggling. Kalau job cuts mula widespread, this will hit demand on the street like serious punch. Okay. Let's go reach the badminton drama. So Badminton Association of Malaysia, mereka firing back at critics, say Malaysia dah kurang sing talent after Thomas Cup setback.
Haha, rakyat getting emotional about this lah. Because badminton is like one of the few things Malaysia consistently supremo internationally. Bila ada hisikop, everyone notice and everyone upset.
Betul. So what happened in Thomas Cup? Why they sit back?
Our singles players underperformed, probably last earlier than expected, atau kalah against teams we normally beat. And rakyat start posting online is talent people in broken ke? Next generation were.
Fire frustration too, kan? Because historically Malaysia badminton, especially singles, always strong. So suddenly struggling is bit or shock.
True. But here as then once, Malaysia still have quality players. The issue is not exactly lack of talent, tapi maybe lack of depth, consistency at highest level, plus competition from China, Denmark, line constantly improving.
So saying we has talent is defensive or actually true?
Both lah. We have talent, but talent alone tak cukup. You need ecosystem, proper coaching, training facilities, exposure to international competition, injury prevention system, mental coaching. All these things together create champions.
Right. So it's not just about talented kid playing badminton at club. It's about entire system supporting them from grassroots all the way to pro level.
Exactly. And Malaysia system, compared to say, China yang spend massive resources, atau Denmark with superior facilities, kita quite stretched sin actually.
So BAM needs to show action then, not just defend. What's the plan?
That's what rakyat want to see. Not statements dalam press conference, tapi asitual investment, infrastructure upgrade, long-term development plan yang transparent. Show US the money, show US the plan.
Anti-Malin also important. Like, when can we expect improvement? Esok tournament, or need few years?
Realistic estimate would be few years. You cannot just tune out champions instantly. But process should start sekarang, with visibly progress year by year.
Fire. Well, hopefully BAM rise to the occasion. Badminton is part of our identity, so we all want them to succeed. So recap untuk semua listening, we had 3 stories today. First, 28% of manufacturers considering job cuts due to US-Iran crisis. That's wake-up call for economic uncertainty. Rakyat should prepare themselves.
Second, Zahid's DNAA case is proceeding to legal challenge by Malaysian Bar. Court granted permission, which means ada substance to the challenge. This will drag 4 months probably, tapi worth monitoring for justice system integrity.
And third, badminton drama, BAM defending the talent people in against critics after Thomas Cup setback. Rakyat reach diffuse consent, but ecosystem development takes time.
3 stories, 3 different sectors, but same underlying theme, Malaysia facing challenges. Economic headwind as, political complexity, spotting pressure.
But also reminder, rakyat Malaysia dah prudent time and time again we are resilient. We adapt, we overcome. So while warnings serious, we'll manage this juga.
That's the spirit. But being prepared adalah better than being surprised. So take action, update skills, stay informed through reliably news sources. Rakyat should be checking mail, bernama regularly, jangan biarkan diri outdated.
For real lah. And if you're listening dan you're worried about job market, start now. Don't wait until something happens. Jangan procrastinate on preparation.
And speaking of staying informed, you all should subscribe to Topik Hari Ni on your preferred podcast platform. Whether Spotify, YouTube, Apple Podcasts, wherever you listen, subscribe so you don't miss daily updates. It's free, it's important, it's what KSUS talking and KSUN they know.
Plus our listeners are always telling us they appreciate how kita break down complex issues into understandable pieces. So if that resonates with you, share dengan friends juga. Word of mouth is powerful, kan?
Exactly. And finally, tomorrow we dive deeper into some of the other stories we didn't cover today. DPM Zahid's DSN Action Plan 2026-2030 for Social Wellbeing, what does IT actually mean for you? Plus PM Anwar is and Cebu right now for the 48th ASEAN Summit, we'll break down what that means for Malaysia's regional position.
Plus we might have follow-ups on the job cut situation, maybe government response atau more clarity from FMM. So don't miss tomorrow morning.
This is Topik Hari Ni, stay informed, stay prepared, stay resilient.
Thanks for listening everyone. See you tomorrow morning.